On the subject of increasing and changing your mindset and getting better over time, I learned a story recently about some people from Europe who came to Africa to collect some snakes, because in their country they didn't have snakes, so they wanted snakes as specimens, as biological materials or for zoo materials. So they came to Africa to pick up snakes many years ago in the 17th century. The story goes that they put these snakes in the plane with passengers. At that time there was no different compartment for luggage, so the people and the snakes were in the same compartment. However, the last person who visited did not cover the jar in which the snakes were. So what happened was, the snakes, when there was movement in the sky, the snakes all spilled out and they were moving through the seats, through the aisles. So everyone became terrified. So they alerted the pilot that this is what is happening. We have snakes all over the place in the plane, and people are freaking out. So it was a big deal. So the pilot had to ring people on the ground that we have an emergency in our hands now, we need to land as soon as possible. So he rang his senior officer down on ground and they told the pilot, what altitude are you currently flying? And they told them the altitude, maybe about 12,000 feet above sea level. And instead of the people on the ground, the senior crew on the ground, to tell him to land in the nearest airport, they told him to keep going higher, keep going higher. And then he would say, okay, I'm right now at 30,000 feet above sea level. They said, keep going higher and keep going higher. And they got to a point when he said it's about maybe 40,000 feet above sea level. And when they get to that point, the people on the ground told him that at that point, the snakes are no longer poisonous. I don't know whether this story is true or not, but what we got from the story was that at a very high altitude, those snakes who were venomous on the ground are no longer poisonous. The story goes that people started to pick up the snakes and started playing with them. The snakes that were terrified of before, now they started to play with them. Now, the lesson that I learned from that story is the fact that there are many things in life that will be difficult for you, or that will make your life hard when you are at the bottom. But as you continue to grow, there will be lacks in your body, in your life at a certain level, at a certain stage of your life. But as you continue to grow and get better and become a better and better version of yourself, many things will no longer be a problem anymore. Many things that used to haunt you, that used to make your life difficult, will no longer be an issue, because you have grown, because you have gone higher, because you have become better. So, for instance, there are many people that right now lack is a big deal in your life because they have not become a better version of yourself. But as you continue to become better, just like that plane was going higher, those things that used to become poisonous, those things that used to be a big deal, a big issue, no longer be. As you get better and become a better version of yourself, even poverty will no longer be able to stick you anymore, because you have now attained a higher altitude and become a better version of yourself. So I challenge you, become a better version of yourself. Continue to grow, continue to become, and in time you'll see that those things that used to plague you, that used to make you have sleepless nights, will just fade away. And this applies to whether it's financial, physical, or even spiritual matters. May God bless you.